Good afternoon, folks. It's quite nice to sit here and do a video just chilling out. I like this. This is cool. So, there will be a Hobby Nightmares today. Just getting ahead of a bit of work so I don't have to do 2 videos in one day. This one's not a heavy one. This one's more of a thank you video and a little plan on what the channel's going to be like going forwards. But it is also a cry for help. So if you're not wanting to hear about a cry for help, because I did one a few months ago, then please feel free to ignore this video and go and watch your Hobby Nightmares and have some fun. For now, though, I have a few things that I'd like to say, mainly in regards to YouTube, how things are going with me, how things are going with the channel, things like that. And number one, boilerplate disclaimer, no, I'm not going anywhere, no, nothing bad's happening, everything's good, everything's fine, I'm always going to be here, touch wood, I'm always going to be here, and, yeah, you know, I'm fully aware of the positive effect that this channel has on people, and that means the world to me. It means the absolute... If that wasn't there, there's no way I'd be doing this. Do you know what I mean? Because, quite frankly, we've all got better things to be doing with our lives. But, like, I absolutely adore the fact that a lot of you really seem to get a kick out of the Hobby Nightmares and the stories that I'm sent in and the fun that we have. And it really does seem to help people with their mental health too, which I am huge about all the time. So I'm never going to go anywhere. So please don't think I'm going to be rushing off and doing other things, okay? But today just about a thank you and an outreach to you, just to say thanks. To shake a few hands, pat a few heads, and also to tell you how things are going on with the channel. But so before we get to the Hobby Nightmares today, which will be later on today, I just wanted to give you a quick channel and life update. Nothing major, as I just said. It's just a response to the last one, because the last one that I did, as I think it was a video entitled "I Need Your Help," the response was so great, I thought I'd do one every few months, just to keep you in the loop. It also helps me to treat certain parts of the channel like a diary, so maybe I'll start doing that a little bit more in the future, you know? Anyway. So, in terms of work, what I've been getting up to recently, I've migrated over to teaching in colleges for now. Colleges is what we have in the UK. It's university, and there are a few things that happen before university too. So, mostly I teach seminars on ancient and medieval history. I tend to talk about swords a lot, get very animated. Aside from that, I've been proofreading and editing a little in my spare time, as well as doing the channel, of course. I'm getting I'm getting a lot of time with my daughter recently, which is great. And the grandpa is doing just fine. You know, as a few of you will know, I take care of him on a regular basis. And apparently, he tells me my cooking is getting a lot better, which is very, very good. I wanted to take this opportunity to thank all of you who have helped me so far with the channel, and I will do so in a minute once I've gotten some things off my chest. I'm not going to do like a big banner like I usually do. I'm actually going to call you out all by name, because I think it's a much more personable way of doing it, of saying thank you. But anyway, boilerplate, I would love to dedicate more time to the channel. That's just, you know, I love doing it, and I'd rather be doing this than anything else, I'm going to be quite honest. And a few months ago, I set a very public target of around £750 a month on Patreon, to be able to drop other pieces of work down to focus more on YouTube. We're just over halfway to that target, which is amazing, and I cannot thank any of you enough. That's just, I never thought we'd get anywhere near it, to be honest with you. But to get, if I ever got that £750 a month, I would literally be able to like lower down certain classes that I do, things like that. Yeah, and dedicate more time to YouTube. So if you like what I do, before I get into anything else, and I've helped you out in any way, and you can afford it, then head over to Patreon and support me if you like, or become a member of the channel, either or. If you don't, then please pick a hobbyist YouTuber you like and give them a hand. Please. It's not just me who's struggling on YouTube at the moment. I'm going to get into that darker bit now. YouTube at the moment is a place of constant put-downs. For instance, when I made my last video like this, I was just about starting to see YouTube tank my revenue for no reason whatsoever. And it's only continued since then, and I'm lucky that the patrons have been picking up the slack. Otherwise, I would not be able to justify doing this at all. To do YouTube, I take about 2 to 3 hours a day away from other things I could be doing that could make me a lot more money. The time I do YouTube, I could be working a class, I could be proofreading or editing, I could be doing multiple other things that make me 5, 6, 7 times more money than what YouTube does. Now, if I'm a single chap, I don't give a shit about that. I'm fine about that, but I'm not. Well, I am, but I've also got a daughter to look after. I've got a grandpa to look after. I've got bills. I can't, there are certain things I can't justify doing, and one of them is giving any more time to YouTube than I currently am. If YouTube keeps hammering people, not just me, but people like me, then there will literally be less of us around for you. It really is as simple as that. So if you'd like a hobbyist YouTuber, please go and help them out on Patreon. Doesn't have to be me. Go and pick one and stick your money behind them. Even if it's a dollar here or a dollar there, it means the world to us, because at the end of the day, it is unfair that the burden of supporting YouTube talent falls on the legends of Patreon. It really is. But please understand that the content creators did not make these rules. YouTube did. We would rather not have to ask you for anything. If I upload anything that is not about a hobby nightmare, YouTube simply does not promote it. Nobody sees it. Sometimes, even with a hobby nightmare video, YouTube will randomly tank its revenue despite its viewer count, duration, and demographics, countries in which the ads are played, all being in the green and indicating far more in terms of revenue should be being gained from that video, right? So even if I have a video that's what YouTube wants me to make, and everything is green across the board, I've got more views. The joke I put on my Discord the other day was, YouTube keeps sending me emails with fireworks in them saying, "Hooray! Your current video is the most watched video of your channel for a long, long time." Yeah, okay. Where's the money then? It's the most viewed video, and you've got loads of view durations. They've seen all of the advertisements on the videos. All the advertisements are being seen in the best countries like the US and the UK for those videos. Yeah. Anyway, here's 20 cents. Cheers, guys. Cool. To give you this content, YouTubers like myself are playing a game that is rigged in favour of the house in a 95-5 split. It's that bad. YouTube is that bad right now. It's really unfortunate, but it's just the way that they're doing it. I honestly thought at the start of my channel, wow, this could be a thing that I could end up doing and building on and making this really cool place for people to come be a part of. And I think I'm doing that. But at the start of the channel, I was getting a decent whack every month. Like, I wasn't getting anywhere near what big YouTubers get, but I was getting enough to be able to say, hey, I'm going to dedicate some time to this. I'm going to build this, right? But then they start tanking things. They start taking that money away with no reason given. There's no email, there's no nothing. Even the demographics are telling me one thing, and my paycheck from YouTube is telling me another. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And this is why I wanted to stop relying on YouTube revenue. I wanted to get that £750 a month in Patreon just so I could tell YouTube to go F off. Like, okay, well, you know what? I'm switching all of the ads off. Don't care. Take your stupid revenue money. Don't want it anymore. My patrons are looking after me. I don't need you anymore. That's my dream scenario. And a lot of people have told me to keep the advertisements on. Okay, well, I might be able to lower them down then. If people want me to do that, I can lower them down. There'll be one advertisement on my videos rather than 3 or 4, or whatever the fucking hell we need to do these days to make money. You know, I'd rather my content was self-perpetuating like that, rather than relying on this faceless, meaningless company that literally tanks your revenue for no reason whatsoever. Okay? So let's get into happier means. Should I reach my £750 a month goal, I will be able to start editing videos. I really want to learn to do that myself. I was going to hire one, but I actually want to learn to do it myself. Plus, I don't have that much money. So, you know, I will be able to do more content that I want to do, along with my hobby nightmares. I actually want to go to Warhammer World this year, before the end of the year, when I reach that £750 target, and talk to a few of my old colleagues about the hobby and how it's changing, and things like that, on camera. And I already have a few folks who are willing to do it. And some of these are the Fabled Games Workshop trainers. Yes, indeed. So I'd love to get them to go down to Warhammer World. They're never going to go online with me because they can't control the space if they do that. But if I can literally go down there, go to an office and sit down and talk to somebody on camera and have a really cool few interviews about what the hell's going on with the hobby, maybe even get in the studio, we'll see, you know, see if I can wangle my way in there or sneak in. Anyway, plans are afoot for when I have more time to justify spending on the channel, put it that way, okay? I'm not going anywhere, and I never want to. But if I get a fantastic offer to write a book, proofread a huge project, or teach for an entire semester at a good university, I don't have the financial wherewithal to say no to things like that right now. That would mean the amount of content drops quite a bit on the channel, because I won't have as much time, right? In short, guys, if you want me to spend more time on this away from other pieces of work, Patreon is the place to go to request content or to simply support me. Okay? You can tell I'm a teacher because I say okay at the end of like most paragraphs. Anyway, whilst other YouTubers will ask for a lot of money to keep doing what they are doing, I have always said I don't want to be that guy, and I won't. Which is why I keep my Patreon to a small plug in the videos and a whole video like this once every 3 months. I try not to e-beg, I try not to badger people, you know? £750 a month means I can afford to give more than a few hours of a day to YouTube and still do things with my kid. I can still take care of the people around me and not worry them by sticking at something that isn't very lucrative. I didn't get into this for money. I know you can probably tell that by my earlier videos, right? No one gets into this for money. Let's be honest. But I do have responsibilities, and I want to continue doing this at the rate that I am. It's just hard to justify doing so when I can use that time to make a lot more money elsewhere. It's just cold hard truth time, guys. That's just literally what this is. It's me being honest with you. You know, I'm in a very weird position. Usually YouTubers, like, if they throw themselves into this, this is all they do. They don't normally do things that like what I'm doing, where they're self-employed and they're making good money elsewhere, and having to take money, time and money away from that to do YouTube, you know? And again, I know a few people who are in that situation who can do that, but they don't have children. They're single. They're okay. Some of them are living at home, you know? They're not in my situation, is what I'm trying to say. So that's it. I want to go over a few ideas or plans for the coming months before we do anything else. There are 8 of them so far. A few of them you've already seen on the channel. But number 1, I'd love to do a Dawn of War tournament with actual prizes. That would be cool. To get people involved in a streamed Dawn of War tournament. That would be amazing. I'd love to do that. Number 2, I'm going to continue doing the prize draws. The next one is later on this month. They are for patrons and for members of the channel. They are involved in that. 4, I'm going to continue to do the podcast. We did the first one a few weeks ago. And the next one is this Thursday. And they will be out on a bi-weekly basis every other Thursday. Number 5, Hobby Nightmares will continue, of course. Number 6, I will continue live streams and Let's Plays. I'm thinking about moving it over to Twitch, but we will see about that. I'm not too sure yet. Number 7, the Exile Kingdoms Autumn RPG. That was supposed to be a summer RPG, but work simply got in the way. That is a community-made setting where you're going to be involved in running around ancient Greece with magic and monsters and shit. And generally, you're all going to be part of very large mercenary firms fighting it out over the Aegean Sea. Going to be really, really cool stuff. And number 8 is something that I've been working on in my spare time. It is a very special event taking place for our Patreon community and our channel members. A fantasy tabletop RPG with the working title Dark Fantasy Samurai Vikings. Yeah, I shit you not. I pitched that to guys before on the channel, and it went somewhere, but I kind of wanted to keep that idea for myself. And I really wanted to do Ancient Greece as the RPG that people make on the channel. Whereas the RPG that I'm making, the Dark Fantasy Samurai Vikings, that will be free for all patrons and for all channel members. You will get a copy for free, and you'll also get to participate in the big campaign that I'm planning on doing on the channel. So those are the 8 things that I'm planning on doing, as well as the Warhammer World stuff. Now, I would like to thank all of you who support me on the channel by name. If you're not one of those people, thank you very much for watching. You are free to leave. You can go, because I'm just going to say a lot of people's names that I want to thank very profusely, who are very near and dear to my heart. Alright, so, here are the patrons. Brandrill, thank you very much, my friend. J. Vinci, was it Vinci? Vinci? J. Vinci, thank you very much. Ricky Colebrook, Jesse Butler, Shane Lannery, Cold Ramen. Ramen should never be cold. Don't know what's going on there. Maskill, Frank Patton, Gamzor, Tom Jordan, Nathaniel Grimble. That's a really nice name, Nathaniel, I like that. Ben Jaycott, George Kilding, CM Corms, Brandon Connor, Connor Rolfe, Septic, Stephen Carroll, Easton Temrez, George Haynes, Kriegelon, Backstab Macro, Colin, Daniel Hardman, Kiwi, thank you for the stories, my friend, David Brazel, Adam Pavlicki, hello Adam, thank you very much for all your support, my friend, Carl McGurty, Jakero Jim. I will do a lore video on Jakero things at some time, yes, maybe, in response to your letter the other day. A Fire Inside Brad, Brian Brooks, Maltrition, S. Knoll, you know who you are. Our winner. So Knoll, I'm going to just call you by his second name because I think I'm allowed to because I decided. Has won 2 of our prize giveaways. He won the painting competition, and I didn't know who it was I was picking out. That was the best painting last time, so he got a model for that. And he won the prize draw. So, it's not a fix, I swear to God. I swear to God it's not a fix. But yeah, I've literally put in our, I think, very recently we put in our next order for our model. So that he will have some models being sent to him very, very soon. Jamie Spellman, Jim, Will Fisher, Michael Bunting, Marshall Meg, thank you very much for your stories. Zach, Finnan, Gibby, Ryan Kennedy, Leviathan, Daniel Welkvist, Rekka Bold, Ben McGreevy, gotta just update the page here. Jan Ziska, Triari, The Sneak 109, Otto Crash, Mitch Gallagher, Slade Rat King, Cosmic Dread, Fainty Orange 20, Chris C, Richard Peace, Burger Hanning, Brant, Field of Dreams. Ooh. Field of Streams, sorry. Deft, Callum Stewart, Brass Viking, Video Vid, Mr. F. Forbes, tip my cap to you, sir. Joshua Brown, Conan Lucas, Jam Slam, Mothra, John Baker, Tyler Martinez, Poops McGee, thank you for your messages. Connor Keeley, thank you for your messages too. Gavin Dyer, Jack Aesthorpe, Edmund Griffith Jones, the most Welsh name I've ever heard in my entire life. Daniel Baxter, Michael O'Brien, Jack Diggin, Daniel Brown, Captain Weekend, Carl Dowling, Vibratech, Stephen Smith, Alex, Dutch, Slave to the Parasites, Court, Kitsune, Jeffrey Burkhart, Wolfin Zero, what a legend, Jager Blackpaw, another legend, Chris Simpson, Sarah Sharid, or Charlotte, Erin Benz, Rick S, Bope, Dreamcast UK 12, Florian K, Converted Iron, Iron Within, Iron Without, Kevin Snarfcakes, Paul Inman, Kevin Snarfcakes, brilliant, Canyon Waymont, James Clifford, Sky, Medbury Miniatures. I'm hoping to get Medbury on a podcast, not this one, but the next one. That'd be very nice. I'll be in touch. Grish, Michael A. McBroom, Bo, That Fellow Traveller, Enigma, Ben, and Jacob Ekman. Those are the patrons. Thank you very, very, very much. James Johnson, Converted Iron, Iron Within, Iron Without. Thank you for joining every single week and being a member of the channel, my friend. Gungara Gull, Skeleton Krug Dog, Lord Ariuk Kyle Mountfield, Nax Texts, Custodian Andrew, John Thompson. Very, very lovely display pic you have there, John. What a handsome man. Justin Potts, Alex Bramley, Angie W, Adam Thompson, Reformed Mumble, Rotoyo Blom, The Wolfen01, Jay Sheila, Matty B, Mr. Reese, Jaleo Nothing, Eric Edward, and Charlie Cooper. I think that is us, yes. Charlie Cooper, thank you very much. You've been with me for 11 months. That means a lot to me. Eric Edward, Jaleo Nothing, Mr. Reese, you've been with me for at least 4 months, or all of you, so thank you so much for all of your help. Michael A. McBroom, you are an absolute diamond, my friend. Michael is a $100 a month patron, and that to me is a surefire sign that someone's got faith in my content. And I literally, the first time he pledged to me that amount of money, I think it was in November. I literally welled up. I teared up when I saw that, and I couldn't believe that, you know, somebody had actually had that much faith in me. So it means a lot. It means a lot to me, guys. All of you are legends. I wouldn't be doing this without you. I literally, you know, David Brazel as well, $20 a month. Literally couldn't be doing this without any of you guys. £10 per month from Daniel Volquist. I mean, you guys, I literally 10 a month from Mick Gallagher. You know, 50 a month from Berger Hanning. You guys are. Is it cheesy to say you get me up in the morning? Vibratech, 25 a month. You know, Court, $20 a month. It's just. It really does light a fire under me. Converted Iron as well. It really does light a fire under me and gets me going. And it makes me want to make content for you guys. If I haven't got back to you on Patreon, by the way, it's just because I stupidly do a blanket blanket message to everybody asking for some content ideas, and then I get inundated by everybody. I'm working through them 20 a day, so hopefully yours will be in the next batch and I'll be able to say hello to you and get some ideas from you. But thank you so much for everything you guys have done for me and what you continue to do for me. It never, ever, ever is forgotten, and I just wanted you to know that. I'll be doing this hopefully once a month. Love you all long time, and I'll speak to you soon. Have a good one.